Well. Hello. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Today, we're getting a little spicy. I've noticed since the market's picked back up, I feel like, the barriers have come down a little bit on how wild you can speculate, how wild you can talk, how truthful you can be, if you will. If this is your first time tuning in, what's up? My name is Ashilder. I've been doing this X feed stream for the past year. Posted yesterday. We have like 237 streams on the year, some kind of ungodly number, but appreciate anyone who's tuned in, even if it's just for a couple of minutes. So today we're going over specific comparisons. The title again is talking about $100,000 airdrop specifically to NFT buyers. We'll go on the timeline and show you all of that jazz. But when we talk about cruel comparisons and comparisons in general for the NFT Web3 crypto space, it's all because we have that simply as reference points. So when you see a team do something out there and a select group of individuals are questioning something about that, it's generally because they've experienced that before. And there's a couple of like, this isn't great. So usually that's where it comes from. But let's go over some comparisons here, because I saw a comment from Fire Badger, and what's up, Fire Badger, that made a really, really good point yesterday, where he was, or I mean, actually, it might have been a comment this morning, but he commented on the video from yesterday saying that, well, yeah, Ape Chain has a lot of like copycat NFTs, but that's also the same for Root, which is something that I've covered. And I was like thinking about it, I was like, you know what? You're kind of right. There's not really that many new things. And when you look at the music industry per se, we had a long stretch of people that were saying, oh, this song's a copy of that. And it's like, okay, well, you kind of get to a point where it's like, how many different things can you make that aren't kind of similar to something else? Where you might be familiar with what's going on with Fortnite right now, where they have like a new S&D mode in the first person shooter. And I was watching a couple of people this morning that were playing the game, and I was like, they've basically recreated Valorant in a way for Fortnite. And are all these games just going to do that in a Fortnite way? All of these are just essentially copies of each other. And so when can we get kind of the original? So let's start off with this comparison. So Adidas, right? The big brand Adidas did this collection called Alts. And Adidas has been in the space for a while. Some of their stuff has been like, okay, but generally speaking, it's it is what it is. But when we compare these two collections, okay, so you have Artifact on the left here. It's that like 3D character model, and you compare it to the Adidas one. And all right, there's a little bit of a tonality change, but also it's like a 3D human avatar. How many different ways can you do that? Sure, it's like slightly different with some of the extra traits, but it's very, very similar. And so these are a couple of other ones. And again, you kind of just see that it's all like human traits, right? It's very, very similar. And so Cosmin posted this, and the reference that Fire Badger made was about the new collection that's coming. That's like ASM. I forget what the name is. Anti-social media. And so it's got these different characters, right? It's another 3D human. And like, how many different ways are you going to do that? And so they have these masks, these other characters. You can see kind of this different vibe. And so immediately not everybody, sorry, I should say a select people are saying, hey, this looks exactly like a kid called B. So if we were going to take this and, oh my God, how do we try to do it? Where we do that? And then if we go back to this one at the beginning, okay, there's like kind of a similar look between those, but is that going to steer people away? Is this going to be called, oh, like it's not creative enough? What's kind of going to be the change for it? And then, okay, well, here's Psychedelics Anonymous, which is another NFT collection that I think was acquired at a point. They had a lot of mental health focus, where I think, I don't want to speak out of turn, but I think you could like go to their Discord and get like therapy out of it. I know that Maury's did something like that, but they offer different things, right? Like earlier, where it wasn't just about these token drops and everything else, there was NFTs that tried to tackle a certain subject of sorts, and Psychedelics Anonymous was one of them. But again, it's that like 3D human avatar. So how close are we going to get? How much do people feel like they're going to be attached to like a certain like brand style? The list goes on and on. Now, for anybody that remembers the Frame airdrop, and there was no airdrop for it, you just had to link your wallet, and it was all based off of your previous Ethereum NFT market interaction. We've had no idea at all, because it got acquired by Abstract, so Frame is now Abstract. And we were like, okay, well, everybody filled out this thing for tokens, points, whatever it be. We've not heard anything about it for months, like to a year, right? So Saigar says, just a reminder for the people asking for their frame drop allocations. These will be rolled into Abstract Chain's native loyalty system in our portal. No, we have not forgotten about these. This is the only official announcement for now. Do not believe anything else you see. And then he goes on to say, like, you know, keep expectations reasonable, which is kind of funny, because people aren't going to do that, especially after all of the attention Magic Eden's airdrop has gotten. We'll get more into that in uno momento, but remember the comparisons, everything, speculation is going to get insane. And you might be like, it's still, you know, it's like kind of all right now. No, it's going to get crazy. Market could be volatile for sure, but things are going to get crazy. And especially, this is going to be a very interesting reminder too, is when we see these tokens have massive volatility, what happens to the underlying NFT? They're not as liquid. Usually they hold up pretty all right in downturns. Sure, we can argue about, oh, if it's valued in ETH, but then like the ETH, the US dollar, I get it. But something to watch. So Hated Jay saying, commenting, I should say, on somebody that made $3,000 from the Magic Eden airdrop. Say, well, not all crypto. Why do you think your old bosses haven't rewarded their few remaining long-suffering but dedicated customers? Now, this is... Jay's a big Top Shot user. So this is a dig at Top Shot, but this is the sort of thing where you kind of get into a notion, depending on like where you've entered your space, how you've done so, where you're like, hey, I'm very loyal to a certain collection of some sort, but then there's a whole bunch of opportunities and you're like, damn, why to do this? And this is where it goes back to like rewarding people. You'll have more people join in if that's the case. But I saw this on the timeline and I was like, oh my God. So Top Shot is, I guess, advertising, but they're doing so with NFL all day at an NFL game. So it's kind of strange, but take a look for yourself.
We're at the Jets tailgate, and we're giving away free digital collectibles. I know you guys want to get some trading cards. All right, y'all got Denzel Ward. Scroll to the next one. Let's see who else you got. Solomon Thomas, Jets player as well.
Aaron Rodgers, true. And here's a Top Shot t-shirt for you. Thank you very much. Thanks. Open up. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Jets. Nice one. Thank you. Look, that's it.
So it goes on, but it's kind of funny that they're like going to an NFL game and they're like, here's a Top Shot t-shirt. I just, I don't know. All right, My Pet Hooligan. Again, all of these things are all happening right here, right now. You're watching it happen live. The amount of attention, the entire Web3 space, is going to be unmatched.
They said this whole internet money thing would never work. They said a Web3 game can never be as good as a Web2 game. They said, holy, why is the UI blue? Well, it's purple now, so quit your belly aching and strap in, because the next installment of the master plan drops today. My Pet Hooligan Overclock is available now. We've got a cinematic intro mission so that new players know how the hell to play this game. We've got story, a new Zuck Corp area, and if you're lucky, you might even see Meta Zuckbot. But Hooli, you're not even in the game. Well, guess what? I am now, bitches. Boom! We've got a Zuckbot threat system, a sparkly new UI, and an API that just won't quit. Why is that important? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's the foundation of how the Web3 integration phase will work? You'll just have to wait for the next phase of the plan where it all comes together. So go play now!
Okay, there you go. My Pet Hooligan throwing their hat into the ring. Garger commenting on the Magic Eden airdrop saying, congrats on dropping $850 million to the NFT community today. And then, of course, scrolling through the timeline, everybody is just showing how much they got from that airdrop. I feel like, you know, if you have a big come up, it's like cool to be like, yo, did all right. But I don't know. What do they say about like screenshotting and selling? Because that's the top. I mean, I don't know. Probably not. I mean, we saw Magic Eden absolutely rip after it ripped and then tanked and then ripped again. But $110,000 over there for Daniel G. Uffy, 188,000 USD. And think about it. Like, if they just traded these NFTs, like not even like long-term hold or anything, just like trade it back and forth, I mean, they could have gotten these points. And that's, you know, is OpenSea going to go that route as well? We'll see them. And talking about cruel comparisons, I missed out on a mid 7-figure gain by not flipping all my meme land assets into pudgy penguins 6 months ago. Just never trust a guy who teases juicy plans for 2 years straight with barely any execution. Now, I don't know if this is a little bit of a dig, as we played that video yesterday where meme land is going into trying to do the micro strategy thing for meme coins of some sort. I have no idea what that looks like, but apparently they're acquiring some company to be able to do that. But pudgy penguins, again, going from down here to all the way up there. Pretty significant, where meme land captains have been kind of And again, like this is going to happen throughout the space, and who knows, maybe next month the meme land could be to the moon, and this person's like, damn, I wish I didn't tweet that. You know what I mean? You never know. Rumble Kongs, they got their game coming. It's going to be 24/7. Compete to earn. Mobile Basketball Mayhem. We played the video for their stuff the other day. Vance Spencer making a good point I agree with. I'm not worried about investing outside of crypto. The most interesting themes will have an angle on crypto rails. True. You already see the convergence of AI and energy on crypto rails. This will only continue. Definitely agree so. And listen, it's crazy because I'm like, my timeline's full of things. And like, so like the housing market, I guess in Brampton, people are posting like $500,000 losses where people are getting like airdropped hundreds of thousands in the crypto space. It's insane. And then when we do more comparisons here, this fart coin, which again, I'm not really huge into memes by any sense, but it's at 440 million market cap right now, which is worth more than Denny's restaurant. No, Denny's, love Denny's. El Pollo Loco, no idea what that is. Barnes & Noble Education, Nathan's Famous Hot Dogs, and Backed Crypto Exchange, right? So we made the reference the other day of how like Ethereum was worth less than the Home Depot or the same as Home Depot. It's just funny. But meme coins, listen, the whole peanut thing with the squirrel, I thought this was like gone over with and like, you know, it was a great story at the time, but Coinbase listing it. So all these big players still wanting to get into the meme coins of yesterday. Adam Hollander highlighting Forgotten Rooneyverse. We've highlighted them a fair amount. Big announcement this Friday. They got free land, info on their next event, and special guests. Of course, their trailer was voiced by the guy who plays Hodor in Game of Thrones. So maybe that would be who it is. So we've highlighted some security things a fair bit, right? It's to the point now that MSN is putting out articles saying fake video conferencing apps are targeting Web3 workers to steal their data. And on like the quick points off the top, Web3 pros has been targeted with fake job offers via Telegram. We saw people on X doing that. This is a huge problem right now. So again, don't trust anybody. They were later invited to a video call using an app called Meetin. However, the app is fake and installs an info stealer that grabs crypto data and other sensitive information. Just again, your daily security reminder. So this is kind of crazy too. So MSN, they have this post, it's like from a day ago, and it's full interview Yuga Labs CEO on Bored Ape Yacht Club and future of Web3. This video is from like 2 to 3 years ago, and Nicole doesn't work with Yuga anymore. So are we just going and trying to find info from the founders to repost because like NFTs are getting hot again and they want to get on the train? Or like, well, what are we posting this for? It's insane. Now, the other thing that was really kind of crazy from this analyticsinsight.net, first Web3 laptop to integrate cold storage wallet and token airdrop. So if you recall, we do have the Solana phone. So hold on, let me bring this up. They call it the Solana Seeker. Right. Sorry, my apologies. So Seeker, the definitive Web3 app, shipping 2025. We can order it now. So the Solana 2, I'm trying to like, I feel like I bought one of these, but I don't know if it's called like the Seeker or the other thing before. And wow, look at all the games and projects associated with it. The people that bought the original Solana phone, I think they got like airdrop like $40,000 to $50,000 worth of various tokens. And it's just insane. And I, honestly, like, you know, you're probably watching this and you're like, okay, I get it. If you're in the Web3 space, if somebody's not watching all of this and you see this, you think, okay, this doesn't make any sense. How do you get involved? Is this actually true? And it's like, yes, it's true, but there's also a lot of like crazy things that happen, right? With the whole artifact shabacle, you have people that are saying, oh, I should have switched over to this. Like for a new person, you basically short circuit trying to understand all of this. So I feel very thankful that I found this stuff early, but let's see what this Web3 laptop is all about. Metavisio, a leading European tech company, has announced plans to launch the world's first Web3 laptop, a revolutionary innovation in blockchain technology. Developed by its subsidiary Thomson Computing, this device merges modern computing capabilities with advanced cryptocurrency security features, including a built-in cold storage wallet, integrated blockchain functionalities, and token-based rewards. Designed for students, gamers, and everyday users, this blockchain laptop offers exceptional integration with cryptocurrency. With its proprietary Web3 operating system, MetaVision aims to redefine digital ownership and broaden access to blockchain technology for the next billion users. I mean, we got specific laptops, we got specific phones, we got more apps coming out, we got just all this craziness. And I was seeing posts earlier too that like Bitcoin reclaimed 100K. So that's that's always going to be spicy, as we've seen like a huge dip. Ethereum looks like it's covering from hitting like 3,500. If you look at the past 7 days, wowza. I mean, you know, imagine that you got in on like the 6th of December and then boom, have like a mass fallout like 3 days later, and then it like recovers and is on track. Listen, the emotional game is crazy. It's crazy. But I'm excited. That's going to be it for this edition of X Suite so far. I wanted to do a little bit of a morning stream because I was kind of feeling in the mood to do it now. I mean, if some kind of crazy announcement happens later, maybe we'll go and do one today. But yeah, I did a super late stream last night, so there's a lot more stories for that. Haven't let it accumulate, you know what I mean? But I appreciate you guys tuning in as per usual. I will see you tomorrow. And if you do want to check out any of the other streams, if you're on YouTube, go check out the live feed, or if you're on X, you can just scroll on the timeline and see some of the other ones. But thanks, guys. We'll see you soon. Peace.